Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video and another episode of the Gamer Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Davey Boy, and with me, as always, is our lovely co-host, Joe. Joe, how you doing, bud?
What's going on, everybody? Why am I talking like that? Hi, everyone. It's good to be back. Sorry about the weird voice. I've drunk a lot of caffeine today throughout the workday,
Good.
and I'm ready to go and do this. We've got some cool stuff to talk about today. We've got some news topics. We've also got some saucy predictions for the summer showcase time, the Christmas time for gamers.
Absolutely, yeah. We were originally not going to do any news stuff, but some interesting stuff caught our eye in the last few days. So we are like, "Feck it, let's just add it in." And then at the end of the show will be the predictions, as Joe said. So will we just get straight into the news? Because we haven't been. It's been for those that aren't aware. Usually we record at the end of the week, but there because of time scheduling conflictions, we are moving it up a few days. So we haven't really had much time to game because we're fully employed and don't have lives. It'd be a different, situation if that was under the case. But yeah, we're going to just go straight into the gaming news and let's talk about some Star Wars, shall we?
Yes, let's talk about Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic director has come out saying that bigger isn't always better, and I agree with this. Actually, Dave, what are your thoughts on this? It seems to me like they're going for replayability over overall story length, and I like that. It means I take that to be you can maybe play as a good character or a bad character. I don't know, like a
Dark side, good side,
dark
yeah.
side.
Like to,
Exactly, yeah. Or
yeah,
middle.
yeah. No, I feel like that's something that we're going to see a lot more in the gaming space, and I feel like the Blood of the Dawnwalker is in the same boat where it's roughly going to take around 30 hours to complete it, but you can always go back and do replayability things where you can have different outcomes. And and as we know, as Casey Hudson, uh, who is the main director of this game, if anything to go off with the Mass Effect series, we should be in for a treat.
Yeah. Mass Effect, the first trilogy is absolutely incroyable.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah.
insane. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this game now, because of that. The replayability. Have you ever heard there's a thing, vast as an ocean, shallow as a shower, that so many big long games fall into the trap of give me something with depth. So yeah.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, every Assassin's Creed game as of late falls into that.
Yeah, I know, yeah, it certainly
So,
does. But yeah. Um what have
we,
we got next?
we can talk a bit more about the Casey Hudson. He had there was a Bloomberg report reveals that the former NetEase executive Simon Zhu has announced that he has launched a new games company called the GreaterThan Group, which has secured
Mhm.
100 million in funding for the titles under the GTG's belt, including Star Wars: The Fate of the Old Republic, developed by Arcanaut Studios, led by Casey Hudson. Hudson has brought on several former BioWare executives to assist with the development. Casey, the director, has shared some thoughts on the Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic scale approach and use of AI. The developers aren't looking to use AI, as Hudson finds it to be creatively soulless. The director has also stated that bigger isn't necessarily better. The director isn't interested in making a 100-hour long game. However, replayability will be kept in mind, with players getting to explore different storylines. So that is the the article out there as you were talking about. I'm excited when I see things like this because I'd rather play this game differently at least 3 to 4 different times as opposed to
Mhm.
getting.
Well, you certainly will be if you're platinuming it, mate.
Yeah, I probably will. I probably will.
Yeah.
But then I feel like that's something that is going to be exciting. But I feel like this game is still years out. We probably won't see it till 2030, maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time.
Because it's still in early development. It hasn't even fully hit
And
full
you know that
production
they're
on it.
gonna have like motion capture and all the voice acting. It's gonna take a long time. If you're doing like if there's lots of different ways of completing the same thing, then it takes a long time to it takes a long time to build up. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. But I'm willing to wait as long as it's good. You know?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm in agreement there, and we're going to move on to the next article now, where we're going to talk about that Tom Henderson over on X, or also known as Twitter, has released a teaser for a new look at a game that's coming at the Insider Gaming Showcase on the 28th of May. It is a new anti-gravity racer called AGXGP. It's going to be a Steam and Epic Game Store. So PC exclusive. There's like a 20-second clip of it, and it looks like those old Wipeout games, basically. It could be good. I don't know how your thoughts are like on these type of games, Joe. I don't know if you're into those like high octane racing.
I
Type
haven't
of.
played any myself since F-Zero X on the old Nintendo 64. Um, and they're not really my thing. I think they're cool. There's definitely a market for them, and I like that it's being teased. Um, and I know that there's a fair few world premieres coming from this Insider Gaming Showcase, by the way, guys. And I know, to be fair, um, we're not. You should be hyped for this. If you like indie games, definitely it's something to get really excited about. I noticed we didn't really put that on well, I didn't put it on my prediction list. Um but I guess yeah. Anyway, but there's some really cool looking stuff coming from this showcase. So definitely if you get the opportunity, check it out.
Yeah,
Um but
absolutely.
yeah, it's not really my thing. What do you think about it? Sorry to sort of go off on a tangent there.
Uh, I wouldn't mind it if I didn't have a racer to play in a few days in Forza Horizon. Like it'll be something that'll gets thrown down the back of the catalog of backlog gaming. But it looks pretty cool. It's been a while since we've had a decent wipeout, so hopefully that tends to fill that void for some people.
Mm,
Like it
yeah.
looks cool. Don't get me wrong. I will play it at some point. Just however, not right now because we are filled to the brim with games.
We certainly are. Yeah, we certainly are. And to be honest with you, this is the type of game where it's like I really think they should be releasing it on Nintendo Switch. Um, but yeah, there's a these types of games do the numbers on the Switch. Uh,
But
anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, do you know what is not going to be coming to Nintendo Switch or any console anytime soon? And that is, unfortunately, another Dead Space game. Unfortunately,
Mm.
the Dead Space producer suggests we won't get a Dead Space 4. The numbers just aren't there. I have bad news for the fans of EA's unsettling horror series Dead Space. Former writer and producer Chuck Beaver thinks that a fourth installment of the acclaimed sci-fi series is unlikely due to low sales despite its fervent fan base. Talking on the FRVR podcast, uh, Beaver admitted that the numbers just aren't there, admitting to recoup the costs of the franchise high production values. Any new game would need to sell over 10 million copies, a tall order for even a breakout horror game. Uh, any of the Resident Evils are selling around 7 million copies. That's pretty good numbers, Beaver said. But companies now are looking for the next Fortnite. You need something that is criminal moneymaker, something like a single player package game with no live servicing offering. That's just like a dinosaur fossil of a business model. So basically saying you are not going to get a new Dead Space because everything needs to be like Fortnite games as a services, and that's
I disagree. I mean, he makes a point, but I disagree with him on it. You don't. The thing is, production and everything like that has got all conflated. AAA teams have got too big with too many talkers and not enough doers in there, basically, and that's the problem that they're having. Um, that and not every game needs super high production values. Admittedly, this does. This sort of game does, but not all of them do. Or like, you don't need like a Hollywood actors in film in games. You can get away with like sort of find us a decent actor who's looking to break out into something. Like, I don't know, like um with games, you are very fortunate that people are buying the interactive entertainment. They're not buying it because their favorite actors in it, because ultimately it's about the writing and the storytelling of the interactive entertainment, not about the the film or the piece of media that you're just watching. So yeah, I don't know. How do you feel? Do you agree with me there, or am I just talking shit?
Yeah, no, you're on the money with that. Like, I feel like when it comes to these type of things, they put these expectations on themselves, as opposed to, like, we look at certain games that are made for much less and make way more money. Like the art design, the budgeting, you could narrow that budget down to a smaller team, give them a little bit of leeway, and like not have that, like as we know, famously a long time ago, someone at EA said single player games were dead, which led to the probably the worst statement I ever heard in gaming history. They're pretty much still alive, as anything is to go by from the last few years, with the phenomenal exception of so many of the games that we've gotten, like Elden Ring, Expedition, so many things. So, you
Yeah.
know, it's
The thing
unfortunate.
is, like, I mean, here's the thing: some of these guys, they do come out with stuff, and they've got to give the right PR answer, or they've got to give a reason, why they're not doing stuff. And in the current economic climate, like where inflation, lots of inflation's really high, interest rates are really high. Excuse me, there, I'm just having a bit of a stroke.
That's all right.
Yeah, interest rates really high and stuff like that. It's an easy, like, and people know the costs are high. It's a pretty easy get out of jail free card, really, for them to play. But I refute it. I just think we just need to do better, manage them better, be more effective, and start looking outside of the Hollywood, like, because people see it as like, oh, it's a marketing thing, but you're not I don't think it's a good return on investment from a marketing point of view, having like I'm gonna think make something up, but like Giancarlo Esposito was in, what was it, Far Cry 6 or something. It's just like, you didn't he's a great actor, by the way, and shout out him. um
Moff
but
Gideon for
you
yeah.
yeah, but you just don't need that in a game. You don't need that. You just need someone lesser known, because the people aren't buying games because their favorite Hollywood actors are in them. And yeah, okay, you need the live service models and stuff. I totally get that, but those are few and far between. So if you're throwing hundreds of millions of pounds chasing this, the odds are it's like chasing a highly speculative asset and buying in, thinking you're gonna get 100x on your $1,000 or something like that. And it's like, you're better off making, like, just making 20. It's the whole 20% of of something is more than 100% nothing type arguments. Anyway, they ran over.
Yeah, no, you're grand. I just feel like people will always seem to, or business people always seem to, like, thinking investing so much money into something, you'll get a higher return, and that's not always the case, as we find out on numerous occasions. For
Yep.
example, Concord, like that game had a lot of money put into it and was not great. And you know what? Speaking of PlayStation, like, another one of the PlayStation IPs are starting off a bit slowly. Saros,
Mm.
the game developed over Housemark, has seemed to have a lukewarm start, with over 300,000 copies sold within 2 weeks. An analytics firm says that the game may struggle to break even at this rate, but notes that those who did buy the game are playing it a lot. So, I've not played Saros. I will be like, I played Returnal. It's a game I will probably get on sale. It probably looks like it will hit sale at some point. I do worry for Housemarque and Sony at the moment. Like, I know that this has a big. The budget for this game was much bigger than Returnal, as Saros are usually people that make smaller type of games, and seeing that it hasn't even, like, I'm pretty sure I saw in the monthly analytics that it was like 11th game, like most downloaded game on PlayStation, which is very worrying.
Yeah, for a brand new game, yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about it. I worry for the team. They're a fantastic team. I love the bullet hell of Returnal. It's so good. This one's supposed to be even more visually impressive. Apparently, it's an easier game than Returnal. But
I've not played Returnal. In fact, I've not started that one just yet, Saros. So,
apparently, I have heard it is good. So it's just one of those things where it's a fantastic game, but it's not getting much sales. You know how it is. Some games like this. So, have you purchased Saros yet?
yeah, I purchased it. I've just not played it. I've not even fired it up.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. But it's sad to see something like that happen. But you know what has been insane when it comes to copies sold?
Yeah, it's Devil May Cry. That is Devil May Cry 5 selling, well, like coconuts. Was it 12.94 million units worldwide? It sold 2.71 million units in the last year alone. That's very impressive figures there.
Yeah, and bear in mind, Devil May Cry Season 2 just released on Netflix yesterday, so we could see another boom in either the Devil May Cry collection or the Devil May Cry 5. And who knows, maybe quote unquote, might be predicting certain sequel to said game later in the show, but you'll have to stick around for that. But yeah, DMC5 selling almost 13 million copies, phenomenal. The game recently got a Switch port recently, that also helped. But it looks like Capcom they just know how to make good games, and Devil May Cry is probably one of my favorite action series of all time. So I'm happy to see that it's absolutely soaring, soaring. But what's your relationship with the Devil May Cry series?
I used to play loads of it back on PlayStation 2, back in the old day. I do like Devil May Cry. I haven't played it in quite some time, but I did always like it. You know what? I think it's I just sort of slightly went off that genre a little bit as I got older. But so yeah, so that's I'm afraid it's not really. It's impressive, and I'm pleased for it, but it's not really my vibe.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I'm happy to see more of this, please, Capcom. But Joe, I'll let you know something here for the next topic. All right, or the next topic of discussion.
Go on then.
I have been watching the 00 series movies. I have been watching this weekend. I watched Casino Royale.
Yeah.
And on the Monday, I watched Quantum of Solace. Man,
Yes.
what fantastic movies they were.
They're great. And shout out Daniel Craig, good old Liverpool fan.
We get over that, I guess. Yeah, no, I'm currently rewatching the Daniel Craig series. Next week, I plan on watching the next two, which I'm pretty sure is Spectre and what's the name of the other one? Skyfall. And then leading into the last week, it should be No Time to Die. And then I will play the game that's just gone gold today, may I add, 007 First Light. It's gone gold. They put up a tweet saying, "We'll see you the 27th of May for the reimagination of an origin story of James Bond. Pre-order now and unlock a free deluxe edition upgrade." I think that's cool if you pre-order, but you know.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, like very few people pre-order nowadays, because so many games just struggle with bugs and things like that. I actually think this one's probably going to be okay. He says, touch wood.
Yeah, so I did myself.
Yeah. Knock on the head. Yeah, no, I think this one's probably going to be okay though. I'm excited for it. I will be playing it. I do like James Bond, and 007 in general. Like I'm a little bit like I hope the writing is going to be okay, like in it. But uh, we'll see. I don't think it's going to be what we expect from Bond. But I think the gameplay is going to be really tight, and I look forward to giving it a go.
Yeah, no, IO Interactive are a killer. I can't wait. And
Mm.
and hmm, just for the record for people, there is a lot of news breaking as we are talking right now. I've sent Joe an image there on Discord of something
Yeah.
massive that I, as someone like me, is very excited to see. I just want to
Mm.
skip to that story right now before we do anything else. So Xbox just put out a new article on Xbox Wire saying available for Xbox insiders. New Xbox console updates bring updated boot up, new gamerscore badges, and more. And they go on to say that they show off a new image there. There is a new image from like the gamer score emblems. Like the best thing I can probably compare it to is if you play Call of Duty, and like
Yeah.
the higher prestige you go, the cooler your emblem gets. And at the
Mm.
moment, they've got one for 1K, 3K, 5K, 10K, 20K, 35, 50K, 75K, 100K, 200K, 500K, 1 million gamer score, 3 million gamer score, 5 million gamer score. And they have one for 10 million gamer score, but that is completely silhouetted
It's
out. So we
been
don't.
it's almost been teased, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a case of no one's hit that yet. Or probably has, but
Yeah.
yeah, if this was a thing previously, I would be all over this. And to be
Yeah.
fair, that gives me more of an incentive to play more games now on Xbox. Like
Indeed.
these are the things that we've been looking for our entire time on Xbox.
It's so long overdue. Like, in a way, like they need to do in terms of this kind of stuff. This is good and well done, but they need to do more. It needs we need more shit like this to keep coming. But yeah, I mean, you've got to give the credit where it's due,
Yeah, no,
and
I
I'm very excited for it.
this is
I'm
even
very
more.
I will be firing stuff up in my Xbox launcher on PC.
And no, this is fantastic. Like I didn't think of it this way. I didn't think of like making different emblems as the thing goes on, because obviously I want them to make like some sort of emerald thing. Maybe, you know, the 10 million one isn't emerald like gamerscore thing. It is fantastic. I'm very happy with this design. It's even better than what I thought it would be. So congratulations to the team over there. That is something to be truly happy or proud about, because that is
Mm.
a great incentive. You know, obviously,
Yep.
I'm actually curious if I was to move my platinum score over to gamer score, what would it be? I might have to look
Mm.
that up sometime. I would say it's between the 1 to 3 million, definitely.
What your platinums at?
I have 45 platinums, but my platinums are very difficult games that have like less than 1% of people that platinum them.
Wow. Oh, hang on a moment. Yeah, because they're not all 1,000 Gs, are they? Like
No,
the equivalent, they'd be like 3,000 stuff like that. So
yeah.
yeah,
So like the percentage of my trophies are low, and like for my it's probably the lowest trophy I have, like, or the lowest percentage would be Overwatch. I have the platinum for Overwatch, and that's difficult to get nowadays.
yeah,
So but this is fantastic. I'm Xbox. You're doing the right things. You're doing the goddamn right things. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the amazing work. And the last thing that they also teased is there's a new filter to understand your game library a bit better. So that this is all stuff that is a part of the Xbox Insider program. So if you're a part of that, you get to see that. But yeah, no,
mm,
that's just something to be happy about. But as for that, we'll add in this new uh, article that you sent me this morning.
mm,
Project so how would you pronounce that? Project
mm.
Soliki or Soliki?
Saluki. Yeah, speaking of Xbox, yeah, they've dropped a few little things, haven't they? This whole Project Saluki thing. It's a new Xbox Game Pass tier has been unearthed alongside a curious positron. potential disc to digital program, and it could be huge. New Xbox CEO Asher Sharma has already hinted at a big China expansion for Microsoft. Hang on a moment, is that a new one? No. China operations might be on deck with the first details. Sources familiar shared 2 new Xbox code names with us recently, now verified. Now verified inside the latest Xbox Insider builds. The first is Project Saluki, which seems to be a brand new Xbox Game Pass tier set specifically designed for the Chinese market. This is a very clever thing, by the way, actually, just as a side note. Saluki seems to represent not one, but several Xbox Game Pass tiers and rewards specifically tailored for China's unique regulatory environment and gamer preferences. That's true, actually, because obviously there's a lot of things that you can't get. Games that can't be made or sold officially in China because of their laws. But anyway, moving on. Details beyond that are scarce at this time. I think that's what we're supposed to be.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's again, as we just said, a step in the right direction. They're making all the right
100%.
calls, all the right moves. This is amazing. It's going to be things like this make it even more intriguing to see what they're doing behind the scenes for the Xbox Summer Showcase. You know, it is exciting, and oh my god,
I'm excited for the Xbox Showcase because actually, since we've spoken, I've added a few more to my predictions list. They might be a bit pie in the sky, but it's for fun, isn't it? So,
oh yeah, but we'll be on that train straight to speculation station. So that is all that matters. This is the time of the year that we do every year. We just have fun. We just have we just go. Oh, imagine such and such was announced. There's like that small realm possibility, and then it gets announced, and you go batshit. It's just amazing. It is just amazing.
Or you get thrown a complete you get thrown a complete curveball, and the best game that you never knew you wanted gets announced, and you're like, yeah. Anyway,
but
before we get into that happy stuff, we still have some more things to go through, don't we?
Yeah, we still have 2 more or 3 more, I believe, at the moment. We'll talk about Silent Hill. Surpasses 6 million players played. Bear in mind, they use players because it is no longer just on PlayStation. I'm pretty sure it's also on the PlayStation Extra catalog.
Yeah.
So that is that. But speaking of the PlayStation catalog, as we were speaking, PlayStation have released their PlayStation Plus Extra lineup for this month. So I'll just quickly run through the games because there's just a small amount. I just saw it there on Twitter. So, but yeah, so they've added Star Wars Outlaws to the subscription, Red Dead Redemption 2, Bramble, the Mountain King, the Thermagage.
That's a fantastic game, by the way. If you haven't played it yet and you're on PlayStation, definitely do
that. Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn, the Broken Sword, Shadows of the Templar Reforged, Enothria, The Last Song, and then for the PS Plus Premium tier, this one gets me really excited. Time Crisis.
Wow.
You get Time Crisis. I am a massive fan of Time Crisis. Yeah. This hopefully it'll be a standalone purchase. I'll probably purchase that and get a platinum on it. That game I reminisce so much on. I used to play it all the time back on PlayStation 1 where you had the gun. Remember the gun accessories you used to get?
I do, yes, I do, yeah.
Like the same type of one that you just get in the arcade, and then, but yeah, no, that is pretty good if you ask me.
It's a load of fun, Time Crisis, yeah, fair play.
Yeah, so there is.
Fair play PlayStation, that's decent.
Yeah, but is that all the news for today?
That
or do you have 1 or 2 more things?
Well, this is something because this kind of leads into speculation station. This is like one of the people waiting on the platform. This is from Andy Robinson at, I think it's Video Games Chronicle. PlayStation's head of third-party content said the next few years of unannounced games is unbelievably positive, quote unquote, and that the industry should be more optimistic about the future. In another quotation, there are no dire times for the industry ahead as far as I'm concerned. Bear in mind that's his third party. But yeah, there is certainly a lot coming, isn't there? And I can't wait to get into those topics. I think that was the last thing. What do you think about this?
What do I think about it? I feel like if you can give us more smaller titles, like if you can give us a Jack and Daxter game that is new and goes third party for other platforms, things like that.
Yeah.
Like make like all other smaller, well, quote unquote smaller IPs, but like we have Crash now with Xbox, so that now goes everywhere. Give us a new. I mean, they'll make a new Astro Bot game that'll be first party.
You know what? I actually had that on my PlayStation list. Spoiler.
Yeah, that,
Um,
spoiler. So did I, but we're not. But no, like I feel like it could if they wanted to make more money, make these smaller games, make them third party. It's very very possible.
Yeah.
I think that is going to be a very fun time for us gamers. As someone who's a 3D platformer type of person,
I love them. They're loads of fun. They are so fun. So yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of them are. Sometimes I have to be in the right mood, but yeah, they are really good.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but I think that was our last topic, and we kind of segued kind of nicely into the predictions because we kind of gave away one of our PlayStation predictions, and I guess maybe does that mean that we start with PlayStation predictions, dude?
Yeah, so we are now in the prediction part, which is great. My favorite time of the year. Yours
Hmm.
also. I mean, we do the like we always talk about this every year. It's been a
Yeah.
ongoing thing for a while, and like this is like the first one of the year. We will have another one
Mhm.
come uh the Game Awards. That's something to look forward to. But
Mm.
this is for what's coming now. So we're going to start with PlayStation. So we've both agreed that we could see the new Astro Bot game if there is
Yeah.
one. There should be one.
Mm. Yeah. I think so too. And I mean, to be fair, we should do this for the sake of time and everything like that. I think we should do this with both PlayStation. There's obvious ones that we know we're gonna see. Wolverine, for example. And there's games that we know about which we're obviously going to see. And should we go through them quickly? Um,
Yeah, so I feel like Wolverine is the number one thing there that'll be shown off.
mm,
Has to be. Because by the time it's revealed, there's only what, like 2 or 3 months before the game actually is supposed to release in September. So
Indeed, yeah. It'll
but
be like the last look.
but I have something attached to mine that I said. I said that with Wolverine being shown off, we will get a new PS5 Pro edition of the Wolverine
You,
console.
you see, I actually think that the GTA 6 will be at the PlayStation thing as well. I did have it earmarked for Summer Games Fest, and I realized PlayStation had got marketing.
Hmm. I mean, it would break the internet, I guess.
I think the GTA 6 will show at the PlayStation show. Um,
Yeah, because that show is before the Summer Games Fest, so it should
yeah.
be pretty interesting.
Oh, and they have said that it's going to start pretty soon as well.
Yeah, they have.
The
But
marketing campaign, and it's like, come on, you're running out of time, really. And in many ways, they kind of owe it to start the GTA stuff before the other stuff, so that people can be like, oh my god, and like spunk their pants over GTA before all the other stuff kicks off.
yeah, absolutely. And another tease or another thing I think we see at least another trailer of is Intergalactic, the
Mm.
Naughty Dog game. If not a release date or release window, would be pretty nice to see for this. Any other prediction that you have?
Yeah, well, I mean, aside from Astro Bot, I mean, yeah, I actually think that we're going to get a new IP that no one's seen before from PlayStation.
Exclusive. Like I just do you think it's a first party thing or?
So I think I think we're going to have two. I think one is first party,
Hmm.
um, but I think I think there's going to be I think there's going to be second party as well. So yeah,
Okay.
four
Okay.
exclusives.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that all your PlayStation predictions?
And that is, yeah, I found it really hard. I actually do think that one of the PlayStation games will be in with the Summer Games Fest, which kind of segues nicely into talking about that, if you will.
Well, I have one thing Because I said mine was very similar to yours when you said that you wanted a new IP. I
Hmm.
said PlayStation will announce a revival of an old classic IP.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Okay.
IP that will be, but I feel like it will be an old
Well, I actually
IP.
saw something on X just while we were going through it that PlayStation are opening up the Decima engine and their IP to for people to use and develop remakes for and or new iterations of the IP, which would be very, very interesting if that happened. And it would sort of tie into what you were saying there. And I actually agree with what you're saying there. I think that's actually a really good shout.
Yeah, like I would love it, but let's move on to. Do you want to do the summer show, or you want to move on to Xbox?
Um, What should we do? Which should we do? Xbox and Nintendo last, and then end with the Nintendo. Sorry,
Well, do
sorry,
would
end
you-
with Summer Games Fest.
well, let's do Nintendo now because I'm pretty sure both of us have probably like maybe two or three. It's difficult for Nintendo at the moment,
Very difficult for Nintendo.
so like we have
Um,
pretty like it's the shortest one. So do you want to hit us off with your first one?
yeah. Well, I mean, I've got Dust Bloods on there.
As do I.
Um,
So that's just
yeah.
one to cross off.
Ocarina of Time.
Yep. Also.
This is one that you might not have on there. I think we're going to see something from Terraria or from Relogic as a third party on there.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. No, I don't have that. For me,
Do you like that? Do you like Terraria or
I own
Relogic?
I own it, but I've never like sat down and fully played through. I think I played it a little bit, like a good few years ago.
It's fun. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is really fun.
Hmm.
You would enjoy it, but like it's one of those ones where like it did take me a little. It took me playing it with my little nephew to sort of like learn it a little bit, I guess. Um, which shows this speaks volumes about how good I am at games at the moment. No, yeah. So I mean that's my one out there. It won't be Pokemon. Nothing from Pokemon will be there because we know that's coming later on in the year. Um, I mean, Mario might make an appearance. I think Nintendo will probably have a lot of third party stuff really for
Yeah,
the
no,
Switch.
yeah, that's a possibility. For me, my last prediction is there'll be a new sports title, and that sports
Okay.
title could be either a new Switch sports or it could be a new Super Mario Olympic title. It'll be
Oh yeah, that's a good
th-
shout. Yeah.
those are like the two type of things that will
Yeah.
be possible. Also, yeah, no, that's everything I think for me for them.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, shout out chat if you guys have any predictions for Nintendo. Let us know in the comments. Um, we want to hear your thoughts. In fact, do it for everything. Um, but yeah, yeah. Okay, let's move on to Xbox then, shall we? And should we start with the obvious?
Yeah, Scalebound, day one on Game Pass. There we go. God, I wish.
And it's exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. Um, so obviously Halo, Gears, Clockwork, Revolution. Um, they're gonna have a Sega game in there, some kind of Japanese representation. And they'll have the service game updates. Um, I think we're all agreed on. Are we agreed on all of those?
I don't think we'll see Halo.
You don't think we're gonna see Halo?
No.
Okay, interesting.
Like if we do, it's Combat Evolved, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I
Okay.
should have specified that. Yeah. I
Like
don't think we're
maybe
gonna.
we'll maybe if there is okay, if there is something Halo, I feel like it will be third party multiplayer. Be the only thing I see.
Mm, yeah.
That's like the only thing right now I can see. Do you think we see Fable? I have down here a new table or a new Fable tease, but I feel
It's
like
releasing. Yeah, it's releasing in September. People will want to remind us that it's existing.
well, no,
To be
that's not
fair,
releasing in
it might
September.
it might So is it not releasing in September? When is
Uh,
it's releasing this year though, isn't it?
Fable is
Yeah.
not really. It says 2026, and they keep reiterating 2026. I feel like they're going to push that out
But
of
it wouldn't be
2026.
a bad shout depending on when GTA releases because it is stacked this year. Fable, by the way, I think they will. I think you know how they did a Starfield Direct
Yeah.
after the showcase.
Hmm.
I think they're going to do the same thing with Fable.
I mean, we already know that Gears of War E-Day is the presentation after showcase. So unless it gets its own
Yeah.
unless
Sorry,
it
yeah, I forgot
gets,
about that.
unless it's its own separate
Thing.
like thing,
Mm.
say like a YouTube uh developer direct type of thing, like in October or something. Like for me, they're like I just don't
They're
see it
gonna
coming out
show
this
it.
year. Yeah,
They're
I feel
gonna show it though.
okay,
They're definitely showing it.
okay,
Um,
like more gameplay.
yeah, they'll show gameplay again. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Uh, I have down that we'll also get the full console name, like the full X, whatever it's called, Xbox
yeah,
something.
I had a tease on Halo, the Project Helix tease, whereby you think that we'll get the name. I think we'll get some further tease about how and what. Um, uh,
So let
that will
me
be, and I think obviously, yeah, I think maybe we'll see form factor.
let me tell you what I see
Later in the
happening.
year.
They show off the Project Helix logo, yeah?
Yeah.
All the words disappear except the X, and then shows up afterward, and it's just called Xbox, not Xbox something something. It'll just be called Xbox.
Hmm.
That's what I think will be Project Helix.
Because what is a helix? A helix is like like a snail shell type shape, isn't it? And obviously,
Uh,
if you think about the
kind of.
helix fossil and the dome fossil, like from
Yeah,
Pokemon, see guys, games are educational.
yeah.
The dome was obviously Kabuto, and then the helix was Omanite. Um, so helix, I don't know. I wonder what
Like
that.
it's more of a, yeah.
It's
The
probably some weird internal thing, but yeah.
I feel like that's it's just I feel like it'll just be called the Xbox, and probably something I have here that you don't have is Killer Instinct uh, revival. We're
Ooh,
seeing a lot of fighting games as
ooh.
of late. I'd like to
Hmm.
see Killer Instinct. Uh,
Fair, fair
then
enough.
I have that we see Blade.
Yeah,
Blade
I've got
shows
that.
up,
I've actually got two licensed IP. Both of them are going to be non-exclusive, and one of them I thought would be Blade.
and what's the other one?
Uh, I don't know. Honestly, I think maybe Star Wars might show up there, like the last one did,
Yeah.
like Jedi, the Jedi one.
Oh yeah, true, true. I I do have two Star Wars ones. I have
Hmm.
them to show up in the showcase later on. But for me, the last one I have is one big new IP that is day one on Game Pass.
Yeah, you see, and I got that, and it's like, do you remember Ever Something Studio, the one by Activision? Um, and it's an open world sort of fantasy style game coming from
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
CDP and people,
Mm-hmm.
CDPR people. I think it's going to be, yeah, that was my thing for, I think it's going to end with that. I do think we're going to see State of Decay 3 as well, though.
Yeah, no, that's a big possibility.
I've also added Forza Motorsport.
Okay, now it's me, you and I we're going a bit
Yep,
back and forth off air. I don't think there's going to be a Forza.
I know, I know. Yeah, I obviously think we're also going to have like all the the service games. I think maybe we'll get a Grounded 2 update as well, because isn't that game in in game preview,
Yes, it is.
early access? So I think they'll probably get an update to that too.
Yeah, no. Huh. Okay. I think that's everything I have for Xbox. Is that everything you have?
Yeah, everything for Xbox. Yeah.
Perfect. So we've done PlayStation, we've done Nintendo, we've done Xbox. Now, this Jeff Keighley's summer showcase, Summer Games Fest showcase. There we go. That's a tongue twister. We'll go one by one with this. Okay. What is the first game that you have to be predicted at this showcase?
Okay. Put it this way, I think Blood of Dawnwalker is going to be at this showcase. Obviously, we've seen it loads. It's going to be not long before it announces. I think it'll be the last time that they'll get to show it before it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I know of a couple of games that are going to be in this as well, but obviously I can't talk about them, and I won't talk about them. So we'll skip past that. I think we're going to see a new Just Cause
Yeah,
at the
no,
showcase.
I know that the Avalanche team are working on a new open world game, so that is possible. Maybe just like even a teaser, you could see that. I do agree with that. But my first prediction for the Summer Games Showcase: KOTOR 1 and 2 both revealed.
Oh, what a mic drop moment that would be.
Both of them revealed. The remakes are being done by Saber, the people that made the Star Wars or the Space Marine games. I think the game will be now third party. It won't be exclusive to PlayStation as it once was because they didn't like how it was going. That is my first prediction done.
Fair. Fair. You got another one? Because then we're 2 for 2.
Yeah. My second one is also a Star Wars one. Star Wars Zero Company finally gets its release date.
Okay.
And we finally get to see more of it. And yeah, so really, if I let's just say, I feel like that game will release August 21st. That's what I think. That's the XCOM Star Wars game.
You're giving a release date as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that game is due to come out soon, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, hit us with your next prediction, Joe.
Okay, and this one, shout out to any of our listeners from the last one who might remember Dave talking about this getting potentially leaked. I think we might see that Worms game.
Worms 3D.
Part of me is kind of hoping.
Yeah, no, that's a great. You know what? I'd even put that on the Xbox Day One Game Pass big game.
Potentially, you know what? And you know what? That's a great game.
For Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, would be. But yeah, what about you? What's your next one? Or have you got any more?
I've got loads. I feel like we will see Devil May Cry 6 will be officially released.
Cool. Yeah.
I feel like
with a release date.
No release date. No release date.
Okay.
It's like that. It'll have a 2027 window because Onimusha is still to come out. It'll be Onimusha is going to be one of those games also shown up there. But that is that. Do you have any more for the summer showcase?
Yeah. GTA 6, I think is going to be shown there.
Okay. And if it's not here, you think it'll be at the PlayStation one?
If it's not here, it'll be at the PlayStation one. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
My next prediction: we finally get to see what Assassin's Creed Hexus is. And
that's a really good one. I completely forgot about that game. Well done.
Yeah, we finally get to. I obviously follow all the information out of it, and it's going to have a female protagonist. It's only one singular person in this game. There are rumors of Ezio being in this game, so it'll probably have like a teaser of Ezio in the game as like a mentor. Yep. And I feel if you ask me to put a location on the game, it hasn't been confirmed, the location. It hasn't. But I'm going to say Germany.
Yeah, or certainly sort of Bohemian sort of area, like Czech Republic, Austria, that sort of area, like Bavaria, that sort of area.
Yeah, no, that's where I think it's going to be.
Good shout. It's a good shout.
But yeah, that's something I hope to see. Like, I would just want to see the back of Shadows. Let's just forget Shadows ever existed. He wasted that potential. So just give us this smaller, dense game.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy with that. Do you have, what's your next prediction?
So I think that we are going to see Haunted Chocolatier from Concerned Ape, and I think
What?
it's going to be 2027. So, the people who do Stardew Valley,
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
I think we're going to see their new game. I'm not. I think we're going to see that there. Yeah, as a prediction. Um,
Okay. That's not a bad shout, that's not a bad shout. I
mm.
feel like there'll be a small indie presence. I know it's not really an indie team
They're
anymore.
they're a super indie now. Like they're like
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, um,
Okay. My next
um,
one,
go on.
The Witcher 3 DLC. It's shown off, and it's shadow dropped on that day.
Oh, okay, okay. What about Witcher 4? Do you think we see anything of that?
Uh,
Since it's tech demo?
And how long was that? Was that 2 years ago?
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like we'll get another trailer with a 2027 release window.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's what I think. I don't think we get any more gameplay. I just think we get another trailer.
Yeah. I think I would probably agree with you. Um,
For me, I have
for that
one more
idea.
left, and my last one is the final game revealed. So, do you have any more that could be a end of the game, end of the show reveal, or any more predictions?
I think that there's going to be two new PlayStation exclusive games from second party there. I kind of I think I mentioned that maybe during the PlayStation one. I don't know what they're going to be, um, but I think there's gonna be a couple of exclusive games in there for both PlayStation and Nintendo, and for Steam. Um, but yeah, no, go on, Dave. Do you want a drum roll for this?
Uh,
If
hmm,
anyone can hear that drum roll, the drums are rolling. Drums are rolling, boy. Don't
uh,
keep me waiting.
all right. So the big final reveal is Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. We finally get the
Ooh,
final name of the
yeah,
Final Fantasy game, and we get
yeah.
the launch window of 2027.
Wow,
And there was one
that's
I was
really
also
cool.
going to put in here, but I feel like this one is probably going to be kept for the Tokyo Game Show. But I could also see it being shown off here too, and that is Kingdom Hearts 4, the long-awaited
Yeah.
more information. But I feel like that one's more of a Tokyo Game Show
Mm.
announcement for Square Enix. But yeah, I think the big one is Final Fantasy VII Part 3. We finally get its release date. We get to see it all its glory, and hopefully a release window, because I'm so down, so down. I can't wait for us to finish it. I'm currently playing through the entire series, and by the time I get back around to the remakes, I should be all well caught up. So
Well, fair enough. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That's a really good call, to be fair. You wait, hang on a moment. You don't think it's going to be on the PlayStation?
no, I think the PlayStation exclusivity is over. So
Fair. But still, marketing.
yeah, I don't think they even have the marketing anymore.
Fair. All right.
But
Cool.
yeah, no, I feel like that will be the final one. Obviously, we'll be watching it together, possibly. I can't remember.
Indeed. No, no, we will be. Yeah.
Yeah, and we will be we will have our cameras on. We will be live reacting, and I cannot wait.
Awesome. No, me too. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to see all the. It's Christmas time. Christmas time's here.
Yeah, and that is. Do you have any more predictions? No.
No, no, not. I mean, no, I don't have any more predictions. I don't think. Um, that's it.
Yeah, no. So yeah, all right. So that has been our predictions. Let us know in the comments. What are you looking forward to? Do you have any crazy predictions coming towards any of the consoles? What do you think Xbox's next console should be called? Do you think GTA is going to be on the PlayStation showcase, or do you think it's going to start its marketing when the World Cup starts? Who knows? All right. I'm saying that's a perfect place to put it too. But however, thank you all for joining us. This week you got a little bit of a small gamer chat episodes and as well as the prediction show. So it was a good blend there. And as always,
Yeah.
I love chatting to you, Joe. We had to go early this week because of scheduling issues, and that happens in life. But this video will release on the Sunday as usual. So if anything does come up in the meantime, just so you know, we said it before it even got announced. Okay.
Yeah. We're not just missing stuff deliberately.
Yeah. So, Joe, that is the end of the show. Where can people find you?
Find me here at Gaming Chat Podcast on Mr. David Boy's channel, as well as at Three Gaming Pillars, my game distribution company, and publishing, which we're going into soon. So I'll update you guys on that when, as and when, and have some cool things to talk about on here, as well as Mopish Lawyer on the gaming channels. Thank you for having me on again, bro.
Always, bro. Like, we will obviously be talking to each other offline. Some point we will see if any more gaming news happens. We are on the cusp of some massive GTA news, but that'll be for another time. So thanks for everyone for watching, listening, and we shall see you in the next video.